Hello everyone, welcome back to Journey with Data. Well, I have a very interesting content for you today, and it is commonly asked SQL interview questions. And the main intent of this video is to familiarize you with the most commonly asked SQL queries so that you can prep better for the interviews. I will not be constructing or developing the queries in this video. However, I'll just be giving you an idea of what those commonly asked queries are. So let's get started. So query number 1 in no particular order is the nth highest salary, where n can be 1, 2, 3 and so on. That depends on the interviewer. In order to explain the functionality of this query, I am at javarevisited.blogspot.com. You can also refer to any other article in the internet. Here, the blogger has explained 4 ways to find the nth highest salary. And these 4 ways are using the correlated subquery, using the row number or probably the dense rank function, using the top keyword, and then this is about the MySQL database. Now, in case you are not familiar with these concepts of correlated subquery, row number, top keyword, go ahead and first of all brush up those concepts and then go about this query. Now, I am not going into detail on how this query is executed or what is the main intent, but then I would recommend you to refer to this article or probably some other articles that can help you probably prep up with this. For example, if you can see that the second highest salary has been calculated using a correlated subquery here, using the n-1 functionality. And similarly, the explanation is also given. And similarly, the nth highest salary has been calculated using the top keyword and so on. So this is how you'll go about the nth highest salary approach, and this is one of the most frequently asked interview questions. So the next query is around employer-manager relationship. There are various flavors to this question. For example, employees under a particular manager, employees earning more than their managers, employees with direct and indirect subordinates, employees with direct subordinates, and so on. So all in all, the basic function or the basic purpose of this kind of query is to test you on SQL joins, particularly in SQL self joins. So in case you are not familiar with types of SQL joins or probably self joins, you should go ahead and brush up that first. So in case you want to have a grasp at these kind of queries, there's a very nice blog which is learnsql.com, wherein the blogger has very nicely explained various variation to these kind of queries. To begin with, he has started by finding all the employees under each manager, which is of course the simplest version of this kind of query, which often comes in an interview. So he has very nicely explained, and as pointed out, he has termed it as a warm-up exercise. So he has begun with counting all the employees under each manager, and then of course the explanation. And in case you're not familiar with self joins, he has also provided a link to help you with. And then after all the explanation here, there is a next variation to find all the direct and direct subordinates under each manager. So as you can see here in the from clause and in the join clause, this is nothing but a self join. So this is the purpose of these kind of queries. And the third variation of this is to find both direct and indirect subordinates under each manager. So if you want to practice these kind of queries, I think this blog can be a great platform to start with. The next query is calculation of month over month, week over week or year over year growth. So let's see how do we do this. So in case you are not familiar with this query, I will provide you a link in the description box below. So for the reference purpose, I am using silota.com. Excuse me for the pronunciation. Now the main purpose behind calculating the month over month or year over year or week over week growth is you should first of all focus on which part of the data are you extracting. And that is what is actually done in the first part of the query, where the user is trying to calculate the month over month growth. So for the same reason, that part of the data is extracted accordingly. And then, so this blog has a very detailed explanation. You can refer to this. Now the next part is basically the formula of the month over month or week over week growth. And the formula goes something like you subtract the previous row value from the current row value, and then you divide it by the previous month value, which is value this month minus value previous month upon the previous month's value. So that's how you should actually go about this query. Now, in order to fetch the previous month's value, there are window functions that will help you, and for fetching the previous month, the lag function will help you to do so. And then in the third part of the formula, so the user has simply subtracted the current month value from the previous month value, ordered by timestamp, ordered by the date, and then he has divided by the previous month's value. So that's how we go about month over month or the growth rate calculations. So this was all about this video. I'll plan to extend this further in the upcoming videos. Feel free to drop a comment in case you are familiar with some commonly asked SQL queries, or you want me to create a content on some other topic as well. So that's all about for now. Thank you so much. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel for more such videos.